Well, all right, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Arca Series race at Phoenix as we are qualifying as we speak. And we want to welcome everybody into Rebel Racing Network. I'm Eddie Smith. I'm going to be joined by Garrett Kinder tonight, so it ought to be a good time. We'll have a little fun. Hopefully, those watching, y'all have a good time. You have to forgive me. I'm gonna be probably a little bit crazier than normal, a little under the weather, but we're gonna soldier through and make it through this one, have a lot of fun. So, really excited to get this going though, as the Arca series has been wild and wide open all season long. So let's get the track map off of here. Let's bring up the race info, and we see the Phoenix Raceway, the new configuration tonight. We're calling it the Desert Storm 100 because I'm not good with coming up with names. So, um, but gonna be fun. I don't even know how many laps there are.
Gonna be 100 laps there, Eddie.
100 laps. All right, thank you. And there he is, Garrett Kinder himself, showing up.
I'm here. I'm here
Fashion,
for it. I'm ready for it.
right on time. I love it. Well, how you
That's
feeling
right.
tonight, Garrett?
Man, I'm feeling better than you are. I know Dayquil has been doing some work for you, and decided I'd come
Praise
up here and
God.
help you out. Praise God, hallelujah. And come up here and talk through Phoenix, which I have a love-hate relationship for it. And the fact that I hate the track, and I love that I don't have to race it tonight.
Well, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and look at. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything's just a little bit messed up, but I don't really even remember what happened last week. But let's look at the points, see what the points situation looks like. Like Jacob Ellingson on got the top spot right now, as we are almost done, and we are getting ready to grid up as we speak. So let's go ahead and jump up to the grid. But you see Jacob Ellingson leading, Travis Bieber, Tyler Rice, Eric Burkhalter, Brandon Wallace, your top five in points right now. So let's go ahead, jump right into the grid. Let's get this going. Alan Wernecki, glad to see him back. We haven't seen him. At least I don't think I've seen him in a couple weeks. Do so many broadcasts. Maybe I get confused and forget where people are. I don't know. Anyway, Alan Wernecki on pole tonight. He's our Chuck Peg Leg Pole Award winner. So congratulations to Alan Wernecki. Glad to see him. He was a mainstay in the season last year, always up front. So expect to see the same tonight. Adam Lang starting outside front row. Jesse Necula starting third. Aaron Adcock starting fourth. Jonathan Cofield starting fifth. Pagan Ellingson, Jacob Ellingson starting sixth. Josh Oswald starting seventh. Justin Miller starting eighth. Starting ninth, Stephen Gibson. Chuck Pegleg Phelps starting 10th. Yeah, Chuck had a nice third place finish tonight. Got him a podium, so congratulations to him. Brandon Wallace starting 11th. Brandon Pollock starting 12th. Todd Schott, Dirt Affliction, starting 13th. His teammate right next to him in 14th. Dave Jones starting 15th. 16th, Tyler Rice, 17th. Spencer Gay, 18th. Charlie Elmore. Stephen McDonald starting 19th. And that rounds out the field as far as what I can tell. Maybe William Griffith starting 21st. Garrett Kinder is showing to be 20th, but I think you're in the booth with me, so that's.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah, I'm
unless
hanging up here.
you got an evil twin over in Reaper Racing. He might be
No,
on
I
the
tried to
track.
leave I pulled the car back on trailer and said I'll just go hang out in the booth for a little bit.
10-4. Mickey Isaac, 22nd. Charles Stevens Jr., 23rd. And Jason Lottridge bringing up the rear of the field. And this is the Lottridge Brake Pedal Arca Series. So let's go ahead and then see if these guys are getting gridded up just yet. We're still waiting. They are still on track. They're singing the national anthem as we speak. They're giving the invocation. I don't even know if that's the right word. Is that it, Kinder?
You nailed it. That's it, man.
Man, come on. That's that
You're doing a great
PTL,
job
baby.
so
That's that
far.
praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Come on, hallelujah.
Well, all right. Well, Alan Wernecki going to lead us down. We'll try to look at some stuff before the race. Try to get in here. And we had just finished the Xfinity Series race, so just not a whole lot of time of downtime. But Kyle Martinson wins last week. I don't see him in the race tonight. I think he might be out.
I think he got a penalty after last week. A little bit of rough racing went on.
Gotcha.
It happens. He started on some fresh tires and worked his way back up pretty well and got the start here.
Well, all right. Well, probably wondering why haven't they gone green yet? Well, they moved the start-finish line. It's way over here after turn one. So they are coming down to take the green flag. And we're going to see if Alan Wernicke can keep that momentum of what he did last season. He takes that. We have the dog leg open, so everybody's going to shoot down there, cut the corner, make it as straight as possible. And so far, Alan going to hold on to it, but Adam Lang fighting back on the outside, Garrett.
Adam Lang has shown he's pretty strong in these Arca cars throughout the season.
Oh, as they get together. Oh, my goodness.
Adam Lang's going to have some wheel damage up there on the front right.
I'd say the hell he does. It's on his roof. I mean, it's on his hood. As we watch him, the right front is flopped over on his hood, man.
A bad way to start the race for Adam Lang. He's going to have a long night ahead of him if that's how his racing will start.
Yeah. Golly, that ain't no count. We're still under green. I would assume we'd go under caution. Oh, is Charlie Elmore, or not Charlie Elmore, Charlie Gates and somebody else get together.
Pretty hard racing here to start out the race.
Well, hell, we're still under green.
Yeah. I guess the officials are asleep at the wheel right now and decided to deserve a caution. So.
Oh, look, Barney fell out of the flag stand, man. He's sitting on the track. Yeah.
Man.
God,
there it is. Hallelujah.
The caution is out. So there you go. Man, that was crazy. Let's go. Tyler Rice seems to be the one that brought that out, even though it should have come out way before that. Let's go check it out and see what happened to Mr. Rice.
I don't have him on my screen, so if you could share it at some point, that'd be phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jason Lautridge just a little bit, and I don't know what I'm saying. He was on the inside, and Tyler Rice gets a little bit loose. Let me share the screen for you, Kinder. But he goes around, and so that brings out our caution. Probably Adam Lang very, very happy to see that, and a couple other guys, as they'll be able to get those faster pairs.
Yeah, Adam Lang's tires back where it's supposed to be. Those guys work some magic down there on pit road.
Unreal, man. Just unreal.
He's gonna have his work cut out for him, though. This is a tough field. That's something I've noticed every time I've got to race these cars with everybody that's out there on the track right now is the talent level in these cars. Of course, these cars are just fun to wheel around, but some of these guys are pretty dang hard to pass, Eddie. Yeah.
I mean, this whole league in general has gotten better and better and better. I mean, since I've been here, a little over 6 months, I have seen nothing but improvement out of most of every driver. Because there are some guys who were actually, frankly, just scared. You're just kind of scared to race around, and now are running up front, winning races. So
you're exactly right.
I mean, I think this is a great atmosphere to learn. I think a lot of guys have been able to pick up some tips. The competition gets, as people get better and better, they keep pushing themselves, and the competition gets stronger and stronger, and so you get some hurt feelings every once in a while. Everybody's running on top of each other, and so
that's just the nature of competition, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. Original Rebels, we've always been the type that, as long as you're not a jackwagon, like, you're going to be welcome here, and we'll have some guys teach you up. You can fall in line and learn some things, fall around some fast guys, and the competition is 100%. It's gone up across every series. A year ago, whenever this whole thing kind of kicked off, we've been going for a little bit over a year now. It was pretty set on who your front runners were and who your middle of the field guys were and who the backpack is, and that skill gap has gotten much smaller where there's 10, 15 people can win a race, any given race.
Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, there's a lot of parity in these races. Every one of the series has similar parity where it just seems like, everybody's got their own type of tracks, their own cars is good. So I completely agree. Well, I mean, speaking of jackwagons, we got Josh Oswald here in third place.
Jackwagon there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the King Jackwagon. Sitting in third, already moved up. We've only been on the track green for, we've had 6 laps, and he is already at 4 spots, so he has been able to, obviously taking advantage of that incident, but making his move. Cofield as well in that 153. Gotta be honest with you, kind of good-looking scheme he's got there. Not a bad-looking scheme.
Speaking on Josh Oswald and kind of, talking about tracks that suit certain drivers, so Phoenix is a larger track, but it races a lot like a short track. The only thing that's different is basically high-speed corner entry. Other than that, it's short track racing, and Oswald has been, throughout every series. We go to the short track, and he's a contender. So it's no shock to me to see Oswald run up in the top 3 already. I figure he'll stay there for most of the night, barring any unforeseen circumstances, of course.
Yeah, and I think we'll see some. I mean, we've got plenty of guys in this field that I see making their way up towards the front. I mean, guys all through the field are just really, really good in this car and have a lot of speed. So I think we're gonna see a lot of action. Guys in chat, tell me how this stream is looking. Let me know if it's choppy. Been trying to fix some stuff, but we're getting ready to go back green in a while as they go down the back straightaway.
So typically what we do as far as rules for this restart here at Phoenix with the new layout, as you're going into turn one, there's a green sign hanging off the fence,
Instacart.
and that's Instacart sign, and that's normally the restart
And there you
zone
see
where
it
it
on your
begins.
screen right there. The car passes through it.
Anytime after that, they're free to just hammer down, and Alan Warnecki gets a good jump here.
All right, well, breaking the fourth wall a little bit. Kyle, let me know if it's skipping or doing any kind of stuttering. As we got somebody going around. Chuck Pegleg Phelps going around. My goodness, didn't even make it through the first turn. What happened? Let's go check her out. I made a little noise whenever it came up on the screen. Oh, man, looks like Justin Miller gets into the 56 car. Yeah, Justin Miller gets into the wall and kind of rips it off the wall a little bit, comes down, maybe expecting Chuck to hit the dog leg, and, they just come together. So
That is the hazard to run this open dogleg configuration is if the guy that's on your inside doesn't duck down there, you ain't going to have no room to go down there yourself and run the bottom. So you got to make sure you know where everybody's at and mind your P's and Q's and have some good situational awareness.
Yeah, I going triple screens. I can't imagine ever going back. Just being able to see those peripherals like that, having a single monitor. But there's some guys out there who run, triple monitors, VR. But there's some guys who run, single monitor, and it's hard to see. You got to really put a lot of trust in that relative box and the old spotter.
I'm a single monitor man myself, and it has its trials and its tribulations, of course, but some folks just can't, for one, maybe not have the computing power, so their equipment not be up to snuff to run triples, or of course, iRacing as a whole is pretty cost restrictive. So if they ain't got the money to drop on some nice monitors, then what's the point of buying monitors if they ain't nice?
That's right. That is right. Well, we've got
And there
about.
we go. We got Adam Lang getting a lap back here, so already getting some benefits here, and looks like Wernicke's going to block him from passing.
Yeah, tough deal. Adam is just. I mean, he is definitely. I don't want to be weird and talk about somebody like this, but I just feel because I want to make sure he knows it's positive. But man, he's a really fast driver. Man, he's a good racer, and he just has a lot of bad luck. But he's definitely right there, just being fast enough to be a consistent race winner every week in every series that he runs. I feel like he just gets caught up in stuff, and sometimes it's maybe his doing, sometimes it's not. And I think he's just right there on being able to just be up there and be winning, every race. So if he ever gets that cleaned up and learn, be able to stay out of some trouble, I think he's going to win a bunch of races this season.
So Adam is over on Pale Horse Racing is the team he's on, which is a sub team of Reaper Racing. And we got to talking in our chat the other day, and somebody brought up being able to finish races. I think maybe it was a Brandon Pollock brought up, he runs up front, he runs good, top 10, top 5s, but just has trouble finishing out the races. And I think that's the same thing Adam kind of runs into, where he runs up consistently, up in the top 10 whenever he's got a fast car and, it's a good track layout, it's nice and clean. It's just the finishing of races, and you had to tell him it'll come in time. It's just something you have to learn. The aggression at the end of the race always pumps up, so you've got to be able to match that aggression, or give way whenever somebody's getting too aggressive, and watch them wreck into the wall while you drive by them. It's a talent, running these races. Period. You get somebody new on iRacing, you stick them out here. I remember when I couldn't turn a dang lap in any car on iRacing just without smoking the wall. But to get out here and do this for 100 laps, that's a completely different ballgame. You got to be so consistent, so precise in your movements. There's a reason that this is one of the most realistic simulators out there. There's the reason it's NASCAR drivers that are on the main circuit today. They run this for a certain reason, and it's the realism.
Yep.
So these guys are getting ready to go back green here, but it just kind of rambled on about that for a little bit. Basically, what I'm saying is Adam Lang's a heck of a driver. He just needs to learn how to finish a race.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's just a skill that people learn over time. It's just that's part of it. You know, a lot of fast guys in NASCAR. Kyle Busch, once he learned how to finish a race, he was a champion. So, but here we go, getting ready to go green. Alan Wernicke gonna lead us down again, and he gets a good jump. He didn't even make it through this dog leg last time. To see if these guys can make it through there, as they are fanning out all through this dog leg. It's pretty cool. I like that.
You watch the real time, the big time races, and they'll be fanned out 5 wide across there, and then somehow come together without making contact. And it's amazing to watch. And these guys are doing it 3 and 4 wide here. It's neat.
Yeah, I like Phoenix. I like any track. Ooh, Spencer Gay. Oh, Dave Jones, Brandon Pollock. Oh my goodness, a big old wreck as the whole track is blocked as we were watching as that wreck happened. My goodness, that is not good at all. Good grief. Already some really tough. Who else was in that? Jason Lottridge. See how he had some damage. Spencer Gay was going around. Let's go back and just see what all happened there. That was a lot.
So far in these first few wrecks, there's been some pretty, all these drivers are good, but some high profile names that have been tangled up in these.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's go back and watch it. We're going to probably be a little bit ahead of it, but we'll get there. Oh, yeah, you see David Jones getting to the wall and just jerks it off the wall right in front of Pollock, and then he has nowhere to go. And right behind them, Spencer Gay, man, something was going crazy with him. I think he got stuck to the wall too. That's exactly. Oh well, Lord of mercy, I don't know. He was wrecking for a while. Yeah, he comes off the corner, gets stuck to that wall, and just trying to get it off as quick as possible because he just seemed to be stuck to it. So a couple drivers right there having issues getting stuck to walls. These Arca cars are weird about that, where they I don't know what it is about the newest damage model that they have, but man, it'll get stuck to a wall bad. We saw Brandon Wallace.
They don't bounce off. Yeah, they just don't bounce off.
We saw Brandon Wallace get stuck at I think it was Talladega, and the wall grabbed him and flipped him up in the air. So it's going to catch a bunch of guys tonight. We saw it catch 2 in a row as these cars try to battle and give each other room on the outside.
And I feel for Spencer Gay right there, trying to reel a car in that, the rear end's getting a little light and you're fishtailing down the straights. And all of a sudden there's a wreck in front of you. And if you hit the brakes that you're definitely going to wreck. So you just kind of got to close your eyes and say a little prayer. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing has
we're 16 laps in and already had quite a few cautions on this deal, so hopefully we can get everything cleaned up, get some green flag racing. I'm really interested to see. You still got some really good names up here in the top 5, top 10. Looking at like people like Aaron Adcock, Jesse Nekula. Jesse took a little bit of a break there for a while and has come back really strong this season. I think the last half of last season he was MIA, doing job, family stuff, which we're all about here. But it's nice having him back on track. He's fun to race around. We race the absolute doors off each other every time we're around each other. So really good seeing Jesse back out there. And Aaron, he's the leader of the Pole Man Motorsports team, and just a real great racer. Stays clean just as much as humanly possible, and he's not afraid to stick up for himself.
That's right. Well, I appreciate you talking right there. I needed to fix something.
Man, I'm here for you. I keep telling you this.
That's what I'm talking about. Try to get these.
They're doubling back up as they're coming down the front stretch here through the dog leg and gonna make the. At least I think that's where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so dang hard to figure out. They flipped this track layout on us. The NASCAR circuit itself has had it flipped around for quite some time, but iRacing just this past season got us the updated track layout, so it's a little different trying to figure out where everybody's at whenever you used to race an old layout.
Yeah, it's weird for the pace car to go down pit road and then you drive the whole way around without the pace car before you can go green.
It is a little different.
All right, well, Alan Wernicke still up front. Jonathan Cofield to his outside, Josh Oswald, and Aaron Adcock. So let's see if we can get some green flag run under our belt and try to get something. Allen gets a good jump, kind of gets a little squirrely there on the inside.
I say that allowed Cofield to stick with him pretty good.
Yeah.
Gonna fall in line. Looks like gonna be Warnecki, Cofield, Oswald, top 3.
Yeah, as they make it cleanly through turns 3 and 4.
Brandon Wallace with a good run through the middle of that turn. Got right up on the back bumper of Necula. Necula just had a good run off.
Yeah, we were talking about it before that last caution came out, but I think Phoenix is interesting. It's just such a unique. I like unique tracks. I like tracks that I go to that I can't pinpoint how to drive it based on something else. And Phoenix is just so different about how you drive it. And it's a finesse track. It requires you to carry the speed, but also, you can't overdrive it either. It's a really, it's one of those that, man, you just got to hit it just right. But it's also racy. You can run the high line, low line. It has a lot of options. You don't feel like you're kind of stuck in a box. And just like the Cofield's not stuck in a box. Oh, no, and it gets into the back end of Warnecki.
What a save.
My goodness, that's a race-winning save right there. Good grief.
Was a good save by Warnecki there.
Man, come on.
Cofield checked up, didn't just flat run him over. Big shout out to both those drivers. Little contact, but trying to keep it as clean as possible up front. That was some good racing.
Yeah, you tell right away he wasn't trying to do that as he backed off and let him have it back. And these boys still racing. We stay under green, so great job by them.
Now you got Adcock that took the dog leg down dang near to the wall, got around Oswald, so moved Adcock up to that P3 position.
Yeah, you see Cofield trying to get that run, but man, Warnecki off of 3 and 4. I mean, I guess it's 1 and 2, but it's just getting a huge run off that top side. Don't know how long that's going to last as far as tires go, but
Cofield trying to get a nose. He may get it here.
Yeah.
Now that top side is rolling, man.
Yeah.
A lot of speed for Warnecki.
Warnecki's kind of got it figured out as far as just being able to defend that position. You can definitely tell Cofield's a little bit faster. It seems like, but being faster and passing somebody is a totally different animal.
You're exactly right. Warnecki, I believe this is his first race back with us. Remember last season he was rocking that nice Crown Royal paint scheme, but I'm kind of digging this SimCube scheme he's got going right now. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, it's nice, man. We're going board with Aaron Adcock here as we watch him he run up on these guys while they were battling. You see he's getting trying to get that diamond off the corner and gets a great run down this straightaway. See if he's able to do anything with it. Not just yet. Goes down the corner. See Cofield yawing that joker out. Oh, he's gonna look into the inside. Oh,
goodness, there
boy.
he is. He made the move.
Boy, oh boy, these guys getting racy already.
I was about to say that maybe Adcock backed out of that and braked early going into turns 3 and 4, early in the race. Late race might not happen, but then he flat out sends it off of 4, and dang near got the position on Cofield.
Yeah, it's
another big run. Goodness gracious, he's got it down through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's a matter of time, but Allen's just doing a great job of maintaining that. And right here, he's going to drive deep down in the corner. Still hasn't cleared it just yet. Going to have to be careful. He's going to try a slider here, not quite. And that brings Aaron Adcock right back into the mix.
That is the fun part about this track. It's different on both ends. So basically take Pocono, shrink it by a mile, and take the tunnel turnout, and you've got Phoenix. It's a fun little track. Both turns are very, very different. As Warnecki's about gets cleaned out by Adcock. Adcock was checking up that whole time, though, just trying to stay out of him. He felt himself sliding up.
Yeah, you can definitely see once the tires start to wear out that low entry, man, it's a scary deal. Just because you're trying to carry so much speed, on throttle all the way out of the corner, that just how long this is and whatnot. You really can't give up that speed. You gotta give it up in the beginning of the corner and then get back on the gas as soon as possible. And so trying to get it all in the entry, it can be pretty scary. But so far these guys driving their asses off, but still able to keep the cars together.
Well, I can tell you that the battling right now is up here in the top 3 positions, top 4 positions now, as Oswald's throwing his name in the ring, trying to get to the back bumper of Adcock.
Yeah,
now Brandon Wallace is trying to look on Jesse Necula. Your racing is up here up front. The rest of the field seems pretty single filed out.
Yeah, no, man. Normally the front few get kind of spread out and you kind of move around the field, try to find some racing. But man, it has been nonstop up here. Aaron Adcock Allen get a little out of shape there. Aaron able to get that second place, but Josh Oswald is going to come along with him. So Wernicke, after that little race there with Cofield, starting to kind of drop back a little bit.
Well, it's pretty easy to burn your stuff up trying to hold on to that top position. Might be what Wernicke's fighting right now. Could just be he's getting railroaded on that inside line, and outside line is not locking the tires right now.
Yeah, you see he's losing the position here to Nekula, and looks like Brandon Wallace is going to follow suit. So while he showed what the outside can do, it just seems like maybe he can't do it very long. He may be able to hold off Brandon Wallace here and get down to the bottom finally. He does.
Brandon Wallace took a pretty shallow entry in and washed up just a little bit and had to stay out of the throttle for a little bit longer. So Wernicke was able to capitalize on that and fall back in line a little bit. We'll see if Brandon can make a run back on him.
Well, let's go check out some of our bigger movers. William Griffith right now in that 12 Toys R Us car is fighting here with Adam Lang, which Adam Lang was in the back, so he's definitely trying to make his way back up towards the front. But William Griffith up 9 spots from where he started. Jason Lofter dropped behind him in that Danica car.
That's just a good-looking car.
That's a nice one. Oh, and then they come together. The broadcaster curse, my lord. Talk about both of them, and they come together. Griff got the worst end of that, but so far everybody's still going. We stay under green.
Doesn't really look like much damage.
Yeah, just maybe flat pancake that right side, maybe okay. But man, we got racing going all over this track. It's man, this is putting on a good show.
20 of Charlie Elmore digging right there, trying to get underneath Griff, capitalize on a little bit of damage as Griff is trying to work his way back up to Lottridge. There won't be any retribution or anything paid out. That's just a racing deal. But I know he'd sure like to pass that Danica car.
Yeah, I mean that's what we were talking about a minute ago. You can't really make up your time in the entry because it's just the way that this car and track work together. It's all about getting down in the corner, taking an easy entry and getting off hard. If you try to drive it down in there, that car is going to wash up almost every time.
Exactly right.
So let's go back up front and see what's going on up here. We got racing all over the track. Yeah, Kevin Kinder said I did it again. Yep, no doubt about it. I'm getting them together now at least. So.
Well, if you notice the people I talk about, there's nothing bad happened to them yet. Knock on wood. There we go.
Well,
it must be the full-time broadcaster curse.
That's right. Well, right now on the track, Aaron Adcock is your fastest driver as he is laying down a 28.56. Jonathan Cofield 28.59. Everybody else is in the high 28s. So these two right here are really separating themselves from the rest of the field.
I haven't had the opportunity to race around Cofield just a whole lot, but from what I'm seeing on track, it seems like he's kind of the class to beat right now. Wernicke was dang sure fast on the fresh tires, but Cofield's making these older tires, these worn-in tires, work pretty well for him. He's able to really carry that speed through the middle of the turn and get a great exit.
Yeah, I mean he's been. He was in the top last week. I think he was running top 3, at least in the top 5 for most of the race. So he is definitely showing a lot of speed in this series and also in the Outlaw series. I don't know. I'm gonna check on these.
Cofield finished P2 last week. That's right. He finished, yeah. He got by me right there on the coming off turn 4 on the last lap.
Right. Yep. So he had a great run. He's had a couple of really, really good runs. I believe he's right there in the points as well. Yeah, he's sitting 7th in the points. Doesn't have a win just yet, but tonight may be the night.
He's making a strong showing for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, so far our winners this season, Kyle Martinson, William Griffith, and Andy Kurtz. So a lot of guys, a lot of points to be made up as there's not guys. I don't think Kurtz is in this race. He is not.
Kurtz in here.
Yeah, Kyle Martinson is serving, I believe, a suspension. So, we got a pretty good chance to have a new winner tonight. Is William Griffith the only winner on the track tonight?
I'm fairly certain that last week, I believe we're at WWT in these cars. that was his first podium appearance. So in the league as a whole. So I'm sure he'd like to keep carrying on that momentum and bring home the W tonight. And he's definitely putting on a showing for it today, as he's even starting to gap Adcock. Looks like a little bit. Adcock, of course, has a big gap on P3 Josh Oswald, or actually P3 Jesse Necula now.
Yep, got a nice little battle here for third. Necula has moved his way. You know, man, Necula is one of those guys that seems to be able to jump in any car and be good at it. I mean, I saw him last season jump into the Classic 87 cars, and man, impressed the hell out of me. He was able to drive that thing, bought it, jumped in, and was running in the top 3 before he got caught up in an accident. But definitely,
that was midway through the season too. Everybody else was already seasoned on those cars, and he came in there and just put a whooping on us.
Yeah, yep. Right now, looking at lap times, the top 3 are definitely separating themselves. Cofield actually running. We'll see as they cross the line how much different the lap times really are. That time, Aaron Adcock about a tenth faster, so he's definitely trying to work on Cofield a little bit. We'll actually bring the battle box up here, and we'll look and see what this is looking like. Try to keep an eye on it, or we'll do it like this actually. This is a classic example of trying to do too much. But there you go. You can kind of watch it as we watch this lead battle. See if Aaron's able to run him down. Seems to be
got
losing.
An early taker on pit road here. Looks like Charlie Gates dipping down pit road. Don't know if he has some damage or... This car looks relatively clean. Maybe just getting ready to cycle out some tires here and see if he can make up some ground by short pitting.
Yep, comes in on that Exxon 55 machine, so we'll see if that opens the floodgates. Usually it does, but we'll see how that. We go back here. Good Lord, I'm up here looking at these. They were all running by themselves. I click on this driver, man, it is wide open back here in the middle of the field. So we'll keep an eye out here as Todd Schott. I hadn't talked about him tonight, but he's looking to the inside of Brandon Wallace. And getting a little aggressive here, trying to find some space around Brandon. He is up 5 spots from where he started, running in 8th place, trying to get that 7th position on Brandon Wallace.
I think you're right. I think the floodgates are getting ready to open as Charlie Gate comes off pit road. 12-car William Griffith comes across the column saying he's pitting this time. So see if he can't get a good clean pit stop in and make up some time.
All right, 12 cars in. I imagine he'd probably get his fast repair after smacking that wall. I can imagine it didn't.
What about how the yellow come out?
Oh, yeah,
Charles
the 20
Charles
car.
Elmore drove in that car. Drove in that turn hot and about got the back of, I believe it was Stephen McDonald.
Yeah, and his right front's gone. He is sending sparks up that racetrack and coming back down. Ooh, he definitely has no steering. You see the front tire sticking up through there.
He's trying to wheel it to pit road. It looks like his left rear is completely off the ground.
Man, that right front's pointing. Oh, yeah. Right front's about to pop off in just a second. So, tough deal there for Charlie Elmore, but we stay green. We got Jesse Necula coming down pit road, coming to get his service. So, I imagine at this point we're going to start seeing everybody start head down here, especially Jesse running up there in the top 3.
Yeah, normally if somebody in the top 7, they dive down pit road, and you start seeing the leaders get real anxious to get down there and get 4 Mr. Feelgoods.
Yep. But so far, leaders stay on track. I don't know, Kinder. I don't know how you feel about this. I mean, when you feel like when you've got a pretty big lead and your competition, being second place of Aaron Adcock, 2.5 seconds, I really don't think too much about everybody's pit strategy. I just really focus in on the ones around me. I don't know how do you approach when to pit, how long to stay out?
Well, there, it comes down to a little bit of research, which I did not do for this race because I'm not racing in it. But it all kind of depends on tire fall off. If you're down 2 seconds a lap and somebody comes in and gets 4 fresh tires, that's 2 seconds a lap you're losing those guys. And yeah, maybe you can make it up on the back end and run them down and make up the difference that way. But oftentimes, more than not, you end up kind of getting stuck in a rut and battling guys that are on a different strategy than you and burning your stuff up quicker. So it all kind of depends on tire fall off and how kind of what the times are seeing. But I do like, I guess, what I'm seeing out of Cofield. He's got a big enough gap where maybe he can stretch this out a little bit and catch everybody else in a predicament.
Yeah, I'm always of the mind that if I'm in first, I'm pulling away from second place, I'm going to stay on the track as long as possible. And
that's probably why you've got a few more in the W column than I do there, Eddie.
Well, I wouldn't argue with you. I'm just so we can both be right, you know. We can both be right. So I think both strategies work. I think, you know, as a leader, you know, depending on what kind of track and stuff you got, you can really, you know, force everybody's hand if you're the leader. So you do have a lot of options. You can stay out and try to wait for that caution. See Adam Lane coming down pit road.
Taking a really weird entry to it as well.
That's
actually
actually
on that flat all the way around.
Yeah, probably not a bad way of doing it, to be honest.
Staying out of the way of everybody else, keeping that yellow from coming out. I like it. Good job,
Yeah.
Adam Lane. Good entry.
Yeah, that turns flat enough. You can jump on the apron and maybe make up a little bit of time. So Adam Lane comes in pit road trying to make his way back up to the front after that early incident. So far, so good. And
something else that you've got to worry
Aaron
about
Adcock. Sorry. Aaron Adcock coming down pit road. Go ahead. Sorry.
Whenever these guys they're doing the green flag pit stops, you've really got to be cautious, and everybody's got to be saying, "Hey, I'm coming out of pit road," especially with this open dogleg format, because these guys cutting across the dogleg, they're actually cutting across pit exit.
Yeah.
So there's potential for catastrophe every single lap whenever you've got cars flying around on the track and somebody exiting pit.
Yep. So Aaron Adcock coming in. Let's see what Jonathan Cofield's going to do as he rounds whatever damn turn is.
I believe that's 3 and 4 there.
That's 4, yeah. And he is still on the track. We'll see if he comes in right now. Now that's the biggest thing, because if the tires make a huge difference where you are, and it looks like he is coming down pit road right now. So as soon as he saw Aaron go down pit road, you don't want to let the guy behind you, especially if it's hard to pass on a track. You don't want to let the guy behind you get 2 or 3 laps on those new tires and over, jump over you. So
looks like Dirt Affliction boys are tucking in as well with Todd Schott and Eric Burkhalter. So see if they can cycle through here, get some good clean green flag stops, and get back out on the track.
Yep, and right now Alan Wernicke cycles back around to our leader. Not cycled yet; he hadn't pitted, but so far, guys, playing the long strategy. You got to there's just so many variables that go into when to pit, when not to pit, especially depending on where you are on the track. And if they can get a caution here, I mean, gosh, this is what they want. So if you're running mid pack or whatever, and if you don't know if you can make it back up there based on just following what they do, damn it, Garrett, I'm struggling. With the follow part of it.
That train of thought just ran completely off the rails.
Dude, it's crashing and burning. They brought in the ambulance, the fire trucks. They're all in. I think we hit a couple deer along the way as well. But yeah, I mean, they want to stay out, hopefully get a caution, and that would be really beneficial for somebody like Alan Wernicke.
And it's you get different personalities too, and each driver develops different personality. And somebody that I always think of whenever I'm thinking you're going to stay out as many laps as possible and try and catch somebody sleeping with a yellow, that's Brandon Wallace. And,
well, I had the name up on the screen as soon as you said his name, because I was feeling the same thing. So yeah,
we're on the same page. I'm on the same page as Dayquil Eddie, and this is just frightening.
Yeah.
But Brandon Wallace, he's kind of known around here for I call it the Kurt Busch effect, where he'll stay out and run this thing completely out of fuel just as long as he don't make contact with anybody or the wall, and try and catch a yellow and really be able to take advantage of some track position that way. I believe he actually pulled down a couple wins like that, so it's worked for him in the past. We'll see if it works for him again tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he always said, you got to do what they don't if you want to win. We got somebody going around.
Cofield spinning.
Yeah, Cofield goes around.
Wall. Yellow's out. Cofield nosed into the pit wall.
Oh my goodness! And that's what we were talking about with those mistakes, man. You gotta minimize as many mistakes. And that's a huge one right there, as he spins trying to make up that time, to get back maybe on the lead lap. But points. Instead, he brings out the caution. That's good for those, like you just said, Josh Oswald, Brandon Wallace, Jason Lottridge, Mickey Isaac.
Now, I
And
still think you'll see some people maybe stay out, especially those guys that have come down within the last maybe 3 or 4 laps. So they won't have just the absolute tippy top track position off this deal, but they're definitely going to be better than if they would have sorted out in green flag pit stop for sure.
yeah, well, Aaron Adcock, I think, got back around the leader. So he was actually on the lead lap, which is, man, it's a big deal because he doesn't have to try to get the wave around because these guys that are a lap down, they can't pit. We'll have to see where is Adcock on the track. You see him going around. So, yeah, he got lucky, but poor Adam Lang here, he is stuck behind the pace car. He's going to have to get a wave around. So, it's only about 9 laps on the tires, so maybe not a huge deal. But Aaron Adcock gets to go into pit road and get, 4 tires. And so do these guys, Josh Oswald, Brandon Wallace, and Mickey Isaac, Lottridge. Those guys get to go in, get 4 tires, come right back out. So
It's definitely beneficial, especially after the halfway point of the race. We're taking a lap. I believe we're on 59 now of 100 laps. This tire strategy, this is kind of going to determine where you're able to run for the rest of the race. I think the guys that stayed out definitely made a good call. They're going to have the freshest tires and be able to work through the field a little bit better. A 10-lap difference, it's pretty substantial when it comes to these racing tires. The heat builds up in them so quick they get slicked off and greasy, and people will start sliding a little bit, sliding the nose, be able to drive underneath and just get a heck of a run and just pass them like they're sitting still.
Yeah, I definitely think 7, 8, 9 laps will be enough to make a difference. But as it stands right now, Aaron Adcock rotates back to the front, being able to get back on the lead lap himself was a huge deal because he was able to get back up there when that caution did come out. He gets to have the lead, so good strategy by him.
There's Brandon Wallace cycling right behind him.
Yep. So we're gonna have some old tires that Aaron's got. He may have had to scoot them a good amount trying to get on the lead lap, and then so we'll see how much difference that's gonna make as those guys behind him got all brand new tires. Keith Lickenbacher said, "Had a drink, Eddie." I sound already probably pretty drunk, so.
That Dayquil's working on you, son.
Man, I wish
it's working on you.
Maybe not enough. I don't know.
Well, if it worked any better, I think I'd be up here calling it by myself, and I wouldn't have camera control. So I'm glad you're still around.
Man, look, normally I'm pretty good. I have me a little caffeine when I get home, get in these broadcasts, and get the caffeine rolling. Got 3 screens, and I've got the OBS, I got the game, I got the simulator, and got the timing screen over here with all the cameras and stuff. And so normally it's fine. That's not a big deal. But I tell you what, the old brain is not really able to process as well as normal. So
just down a couple cylinders. You're still chugging around just fine.
Yeah, we're a couple cylinders down for sure. These cautions long as hell, man.
Well, and it sounds like they just extended this one, giving an opportunity for these wave around cars to get caught back up, and so going to be going 1 additional lap under this caution, letting these lap down cars catch back up to the field.
Man, that's some good inside information right there. It said Todd shot crash. Let's see if that was true or if he just kind of slowed down or something. Oh, he's just blinking out. Okay.
Well, I've noticed, especially here when you cut the dog leg, and I don't know if it's shown it every time they do it on your end, but these real low-slung cars, like the Gen 6 Cup cars that were just glued to the track, you can cut across the apron and come back up and just absolutely get a contact point where you're not making contact with anything except for your oil pan scraped across the ground.
Right. What's going on up here?
Well, it looks like a pretty messed up situation. Hopefully they can get that sorted out here shortly. They should all be single file since they're all wave around cars, so it shouldn't be that difficult.
Well, luckily we didn't have that thing where they wave around the whole field.
Oh goodness, that turns into a cluster, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is a mess right here. You see everybody trying to catch up at the end of the field. But anyway, getting ready to go green, lap 63 of 100. A little less than 40 laps to go, and your front row, Aaron Adcock, Brandon Wallace. Aaron Adcock knows he's got to go as he gets a great jump on Brandon Wallace. Just kind of slow rolls him in there, but I don't know, Brandon Wallace coming back.
Brandon Wallace, I can see him trying to make something happen, knowing that he has these, few lap pressure tires, and really trying to dig and maybe get some laps lit underneath his belt. It's always easier to lead laps at the end if you lead laps somewhere in the middle too. So, see if he can't get up front to the point. Aaron Adcock's strong though. He's hard to pass. I can tell you that from experience. He's hard to pass.
Yeah, it's really hard to see if the tires are really making that big a difference. We'll actually go on board with Brandon Wallace and see what they look like.
Oh, Aaron he's able to dominate that corner still. Brandon get a little bit loose, having to counter steer out of it. He's digging. He is digging, trying to make up some ground here.
You see how hard he's driving in the corner. Drives in a little bit too deep there, and that's Josh Oswald and Brandon Wallace getting together. As now we're going to be 3 wide here as the 99 and 17 are banging doors. We love to see it. Jason
They've got the standing order.
Yeah,
Oswald has killed the 99 and Wallace has killed the 17. So we'll see how this shakes out. I'm interested now. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah. Jason Laucher's able to get by both of them. So move Jason up to second place, who has moved up 22 spots from where he started. So he is moving and grooving, but the 17 all over the back bumper of him right there. Looks like Oswald just electing to stay on track and not fiddle with the dog leg. It seems to be just fine. Seems like a little bit easier to get into the corner if you stay up on the track. So, as Laucher's going to get into the wall, it's going to open the door for Josh Oswald to go on by. So Jason Laucher's taking advantage of that situation and then gives it right back.
He might lose another one here with Mickey Isaac as he hits the wall again.
Yeah, he is all over that wall. Well, that was the best thing for Aaron Adcock, I believe, is see those guys get up there and battle a little bit and allow him to step out on those older tires. Watcher's making a crazy move down the front stretch.
He's going to dive in underneath Brandon, see if he can make it stick. Washes up a little bit. Brandon gives him plenty of room running that eye line. Brandon had a heck of a run off here.
Yep, so.
Well, Adcock's still got to feel good about it because even on the older tires before, he was pulling a gap on these guys just like Cofield was pulling a gap on him. So Adcock's got to feel pretty confident about his chances right now, and I don't blame him. Oswald's got some ground to make up, and it looks like the gap's only getting bigger and bigger. I don't have the live timing or anything up, but man, it looks like Adcock's just driving the wheels off that thing.
Yeah, I would imagine that when they were battling there, it kind of equalized the difference in the tires. So now it's just on. I mean, you got the track position. That's about as more important than being fast as getting the track position sometimes, because if you're in the middle of the pack, it's hard to make up a bunch of ground. But being up here in second, it's all on Oswald now and Brandon Wallace to try to track him down if they can. So far, Aaron Adcock about a tenth faster than anybody else right now, so he is definitely scooting, showing a lot of speed. Let's go back through the field, find some guys we hadn't talked about a lot. Charles Stevens Jr. back here running in 12th, up 11 spots from where he started, so he's having a great run.
Charles Stevens is another one of those drivers that has just vastly improved. I'm not going to talk trash on him or anything like that, but before there wasn't much competition trying to pass him, and I've had to actually drive the wheels off of my whatever vehicle I'm driving to get around him here recently. And sometimes it's unsuccessful. He's a wheelman as we got Todd shot around.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness. He's rolling down the track. Davy Jones gets a little bit of... As we are under yellow flag, Todd Shot actually toes, so his day is over. What happened there? Oh, we got Cofield. There's 3 wide here. Everything looks straight for right now, and 153 was like, no, I'm definitely coming in there. A little bit of net code there. Pretty big gap between those two drivers, but Cofield obviously trying to make up some lost time.
That's unfortunate for Todd too. He's always fun to run around and hold the
Oh,
brakes. Come on, Todd.
yeah, Davey gets a little side swipe. I imagine he's
Little
okay though.
glanced off him a little bit. I think he's just fine. We got some more takers down pit road. Looks like Jesse Nakely, William Griffith, Cofield, Lang.
Aaron Adcock comes down pit road. Interesting call there.
Interesting. Exactly right. You know, Oswald's going to have, how many laps was that? About a 10-lap run?
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure if he need. Yeah, it's of course he's the leader, so he doesn't get the benefit of knowing what everybody else is going to do. So he probably just thought everybody was going to come down pit road, but I imagine he's going to wish he had stayed out there because there's quite a few guys who did not come down pit road.
That moves Josh Oswald up to the point. He's going to get to lead some laps here with Jason Lautry behind him in second, Brandon Wallace in third. Looks like Mickey Isaacs worked his way up to fourth place, and our pole sitter Alan Warnecke, he's up in the fifth position.
Alan Warnecke is actually a lap down.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
He is a lap down.
I'm not sure how I think maybe the pit strategy got him. I don't know. I think he may have just pitted or something right as the yellow flag came out, so he kind of got the bad end of that deal. But yeah, actually Eric Burkhalter in that 71 machine is running in fifth place.
Oh, it's Chuck's 2 laps down. So yeah, Burkhalter to P5. They're going to cycle these guys around. Man, you know Warnecke was wanting all those guys in front of the pits to get a wave around, but those guys up front weren't wanting to play nice with him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're banking on lucky dogs and wave arounds right now, you may be in trouble. As now the pit strategies are so, you know, everybody's on different strategies, and it may be one of those things where we go, 10, 15 laps and caution come out, and you're gonna have different people not pitting each time.
Well, I'm interested to see how well Adcock and people like Adam Lang, who was fast, early in the race, how well they're able to move up through the field, and how much these guys work with them. For the most part, a lot of these guys are very respectful. If there's somebody that's just absolutely hauling the mail behind you, maybe they'll move out of the way a little bit, especially if you're running outside the top 10 or maybe outside the top 5. Have some guys work with you and give you a little bit of extra room so you can make a pass on them clean. But man, that's something I've noticed about this Arca field is these guys will race the wheels off of you. I mean, they'll dig for every position they can, and rightfully so. Everybody should fight for every position they can, and it creates for some really good racing. Some unfortunate accidents happen here and there, but really, really great racing in this Arca class.
Yeah, for sure. And with it being about 25 laps to go, 24 when we go green, not a lot of time. So if you're going to make your move, you got to do it now before they get too spread out. So I think we're going to see a lot of wild action here as we get ready to go back green.
They're not too bad off. Looks like Adam Lang is the 4th car on the outside row, with Aaron Adcock being the 5th on the outside row. So not too far back in the field, but definitely have some work that they've got to put in here. Oswald gets a great jump. It looks like Lautry's is flat out of sleep. Brandon Wallace is going to clear him before he starts this time as well.
Yeah, Lautry's not ready for that. Mickey Isaac actually up there as way down on the entrance, but Josh Oswald gets a nice little jump there. That's what he's got to do to get away from these tires, if it's going to make that much difference.
With Jesse Nakely down the apron through turns 1 and 2, he gets shuffled way back out of that deal. I don't know if he got pushed down there, wasn't able to clear back up, but he lost quite a bit of position off that deal.
Yeah, I mean, this right here is the mess. This is where all the tires come together. You got the new, old. You've got the blue cars on new tires. The 23 of Aaron Adcock on new tires. Adam Lang as well. So this right here is where the kind of traffic jam is going to end up being.
Everybody's keeping it relatively clean, not really over driving or overextending themselves in the corners. So really good racing, really, really excellent racing. Just working on getting clean positions here and there as we look at William Griffith trying to drive underneath the 71 of Eric Burkhalter here.
Yeah, Yeah.
Look, Griffith's going to have a good run going into turns. What is this? 1 and 2, 3 and 4? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, one of them turns is Charles
Somewhere on the
Stevens.
track.
Yeah, I mean, good Lord, this is a mess right here. Because William Griffith's
3
going to get
wide.
taken 3 wide, trying to block it. Cofield going to, oh no, and then Griff gets into Adcock, and we stayed green, but Adcock, oh man.
Don't you know Eric Adcock is just fit to be tied right now? That's a rough break for him.
Yeah, and it sucks because he just really had nothing to do with him. He was just sort of an innocent bystander, and he's the one that gets the worst end of it. So Aaron Adcock, who's leading this late race before that caution came out, now is in trouble. You see Jesse Neckler, golly.
He's sending it.
Yeah, he was sideways trying to get under that 71 machine, but William Griffith's still working, trying to get up through the field. As this battling right here is amazing. Adam Lang been scratching and clawing his way up through the field and finally gotten back in. Go ahead.
He gets a good run right there off of turn 2. He just completely loses it going to 3, though. Way up the track.
Yeah, sailed it up under there. That's going to leave Cofield, the man on the move right now. As he has been wearing these cars out. I think maybe the only person that's been more aggressive is Jesse Nekula, who is. They're both really cutting through this field.
It's really neat to see.
Oh!
Cofield gets into Wallace. Wallace hangs on to it. Man,
wow.
This guy's making saves left and right. That's outstanding drives by the 99s. They're going to go 3 wide off the exit here. Everybody keeps it clean. It's like Adam Lang will look to the inside, be 3 wide with Brandon Wallace and Brandon Pollitt.
Ooh.
He's in the middle of a Brandon sandwich.
Woo!
Woo, that was close.
Man, good grief.
These boys are wheeling it out here, Eddie. I love to see it.
Man, oh man, oh man. Well, this is a lot of fun to watch. I mean, Brandon Wallace going backwards on those old tires, but not his fault. Got a little help here from Cofield, but Cofield is working his way towards the front. Man, he has already gotten past Mickey Isaac. He's working on Jason Lottridge right here as he gets the run on the inside. He's not going to be able to clear him just yet. Lottridge is going to go down and block that run, and Lottridge gets a little bit loose there on the entry. That's going to open up the inside here. Is Cofield going to have a nice run?
Cofield's wheeling that thing around, especially on those fresh tires, trying to get every bit he can. And I don't blame him. Down to 16 laps to go. And he's moved up into, what is it now, P5, P4?
He's second.
P2.
Yeah.
He's P2 now. Good gosh.
Yeah, he is. We'll look out front and see what he's looking at, but he is trying to run down Josh Oswald right now. He's
Brandon Wallace gets put out of shape again. Oh, big wreck off of 4, off of 2, off of.
Oh, Adam Lang goes around. Steven Gibson involved. Spencer Gay, Adam Lang moved his way almost to the top 5. It goes around. I don't know what happened. Let's go check it out. See Brandon Wallace. You said he was out of shape again, and then. Oh man, what in the world?
Looks like this all started with the 99 and the 53. They get some contact and kind of clog up the field a little bit. And Adam Lang kind of stuck in the middle. Another one of them situations where Spencer Gay is not going to go and take the dog leg, and everybody else kind of thinks he is. So some big contact right there, and 3 pretty fast race cars get taken out of commission right there.
Oh, we see what happened. It's the 53 just clears out Brandon Wallace. These guys that are. Do you know who the commissioner for the Arca series is?
I believe it's the 99 of Brandon Wallace, and they're running him ragged out there.
I would imagine the last guy I want to run over is Brandon Wallace. He's done been run over twice. He's had some hell of saves. You see right there, able to hang on to it. So I think if I was out here on this field, that'd be the last guy I'd be trying to run over.
Man, I can't wait to see the EOL list for next week. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Brandon Wallace is going to go on a warpath, boys. You better watch out.
Yeah, we saw already a couple guys get into him. But so far, I don't think Josh Oswald wanted to see that caution. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, absolutely not. You know, he's cussing up and down. Looks like he's going to stay out though, take the gamble, and say, you know what, I'm better on old tires than you are on freshies. But Cofield, I mean, he's been driving the wheels off of it. You know, I think there's a 15 lap difference between the two sets of tires there, but there might not be that much equalization as Oswald's hoping for because Cofield was on the move.
Yeah. I mean, their speeds were pretty similar, and Cofield wasn't like really faster, that much faster. So I think Josh may have enough in the tank. I mean, and if we get caution after caution, he still gets control of the restart. So he just has to make sure he doesn't make a mistake. And if Cofield gets by you, it is what it is. But we've seen Cofield have a lot of aggression, where Josh Oswald definitely, I would never call Josh Oswald any sort of aggression. Like if we were playing Madden and we had to give him an aggression meter, Josh Oswald's like a 1 or 2. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
he's definitely not going to put himself in position. If Cofield gets up there and he's faster, it is what it is. So.
On that, I've finished door to door, nose to tail with Oswald more times than I can count, and it's always been that same way where we made lean on, especially now that he and I have raced against each other numerous times. We may lay on each other a little bit and bump some doors here and there. But you're exactly right. Just he's not aggressive. He'll race you and he'll race your absolute dog out of you. But he's gonna keep it clean and he's gonna have a dang good time doing it. He and I we cut up back and forth all the time. Oswald's a heck of a guy. Really interested to see what he can do up here. And you're exactly right with the aggression. He's not aggressive. He's not going to put himself in a situation that is going to jeopardize a possible podium finish for a win. He really knows how to balance out the cost-benefit analysis of racing. I think that mainly comes from his real-life on-track experience. He's driven everything from, I think he drove late models, modifieds. He's done the street stocks, all in real life. So he really knows how to balance the pros and cons about a race.
And that's our MSNBC business analyst, Garrett Kinder, with the business cost analysis.
Man, that's what I'm here for. I try and give as much insight as humanly possible to these Dayquil-infused broadcasts.
All right, well, now we're going to go down this back straightaway. Is Josh Oswald going to get to think about how he's going to do this restart to get see that Instacart sign? That's where the restart zone. And gets a good jump there, but Cofield trying to get down to the bottom, but Jesse Neckfield was almost there. Josh Oswald with a good start, but Cofield is there. Let's see how if he's able to get around him.
Oswald is consistent. He'll run dang near the, he's not going to get overly defensive. He'll run dang near the same line, lap in and lap out. The lap that he believes is fastest, the line he thinks is fastest, that's the one he's going to take. And it'll be up to you to either dig him out of his line or get around him on the outside or wherever he's at.
Well, Cofield's going to have to figure it out because that 84 machine is coming. And, if you spend too much time trying to get around the 17, that 84 is right behind you. So don't make a mistake because Jesse Necula looking to pounce.
And we've seen all race at the 84. He does have the aggression meter dang near pegged out. So
man, he is 99.
Cofield's going to be under fire.
Well, Cofield gets a little bit loose. That's what I was talking about. Gets a little bit loose, and that's going to open the top side up for Jesse. I don't know if he's going to be able to make anything happen here, but and he still is. He's on the outside.
Nicholas good about picking his moments, but man, there's a wad of them behind him, isn't there?
Yeah, man, my goodness, it's a mess. You see Jason Lottridge and Charles Stevens fighting. Got Aaron Adcock, William Griffith. Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of guys trying to make up some positions. 3 wide, 2 wide. They're cutting across the track. It's scary as shit, man. Oh, somebody goes around.
Spencer Gay looks like he got tangled up in the wall. Did he say that again? Eric Burkhalter's.
Oh, there they go.
Oh, there's a good one.
Well,
David Jones just cleared somebody out. Good Lord.
If they saved it, it
didn't last long.
It didn't last long. Good grief. Well, and you see David Jones, Spencer Gay, Steve McDonald was involved and Eric Burkhalter. So let's go back and see what happened. Good grief. Caught it right at the last second. Yeah, I think Spencer Gay has gotten quite a few guys like this. And like I said, Spencer Gay is doing nothing wrong. I think there may be a little bit of unwritten thing where everybody expects people to go down in the dog leg. And we just saw this happen just a minute ago. But, that's on the other driver to make sure that's, good Lord, he wrecked forever. But 71 definitely expected him to go to the dog leg. He did not, and so he is just trying to gather this car up. Finally loses it. Steve McDonald gets a little piece of it, and they all come piling in. So.
And you're exactly right. Spencer Gay's not doing anything at all wrong by not cutting the dog leg.
Yep.
It's the same line I prefer to run. I don't like taking the dog leg just because it can get your car pretty upset, especially on older tires. So just something everybody needs to be aware of in the field. If anybody y'all out there watching on this Rebel Racing Network broadcast, if you ever get into the iRacing game, you're racing at Phoenix, double think and think, did that guy that I'm racing, did he go all the way down the dog leg, or is he holding that yellow line? So give you a chance to peek down to the bottom side and see what you got.
Yeah, I think the last one was probably a little bit worse than this one because he was 3 wide, and so I think if you're 3 wide, you would expect people to jump down in the apron. But if he doesn't feel comfortable down there, that the car does get upset, and it is a weird, way of driving, and Gotta be watching out for the other drivers, but this is the interesting part. There's something you don't see anywhere else.
I'm listening into the Spencer Gay's team radio here, and sounds like he's been pretty lucky. He firmly believes that both the times that he got cut down on going through the dog leg, that his car should not be running anymore, and he's act there's something weird going on because his car is still running just fine. So that's good for him, but it's quite lucky as well. Net code gives, net code taketh away.
Yeah, that front bumper looks a little bit pushed in on either side, but does seem to be okay. So I think he might be all right. Well, we are going to, I don't know if we're going to have an actual green-white checker or a fake one, as we still haven't gotten the lights out on the pace card, so I would imagine this will be our first green-white checkered of 2. We'll have 2 attempts. If they don't make it back to the white flag on the first one, we'll rack them back up and do it again, and after the second one is over, if the next flag ends the race, whether it be a caution, white flag, checkered, whatever it is. So,
man, that was a heck of a sentence, Eddie. I had trouble following that one. I knew that what was going on.
Well, look, man. If we can make it, if we can get just the first green white checkered, I'd be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and take her to the hauler for sure.
Well, Eddie, there's such thing as a broadcaster's curse. Who do you want to curse and say you think they're gonna pull it off tonight before we go green here?
Oh, I don't know, man. I have no idea. As Oswald's going to be able to get a good jump. I just don't know. I don't know if he can. Those 2 behind him are so fast. And then you got Aaron Adcock sneaking in back there. I don't know. I hate to curse anybody because I think any of these 5, 6 drivers up here has got what it takes. And Josh Oswald get a good jump there. As soon as he got to the dang line, he was gone. That's what you got to do. You got to get that gap. As these guys
got them cleared by 3 car lengths.
Yeah, they're going to be battling. Cofield and Necula, they're going to be battling each other. Necula actually getting clear of Cofield, but he's going to want to battle back. And that's going to allow Josh Oswald to sail a little bit. Let's see if Necula can run him down. Brandon Wallace back there sliding. As we watch here for second place, see if they're able to run him down. 2 laps to go. White flag. Yeah, here we go. Do these guys have anything, or is Josh Oswald snookered them again with this pit strategy? Go down to 3 and 4, nothing yet. They got one last opportunity. This is why they moved the start-finish line, because here
he made a heck of a run through the
yeah,
middle
he's
of
got a great run. Charles Stevens losing it down. Let's see what he's able to do. He's going to take a look. Dive down to the corner. Just not going to be enough.
Oh, the comeback.
Oh! Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. Necula got him. Oh, my goodness.
Necula got him at the line.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. No kidding. Well, let's go back and see that again.
No,
Good Lord.
Oswald. He's still Oswald.
What?
Oswald. That's what iRacing's showing. It's Oswald.
My stuff's showing Jesse Necula.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, it's so close. iRacing is ultimately the deciding factor because it goes infinitely into the decimal places. Let's see if we can get a camera that we can actually see it. It's a really
cameras, Eddie. We gotta see this.
I mean, these are real. This is actually a camera list from the old one, so it. I'm sorry, guys. I try to find something that works. Find us.
I'm showing Josh Oswald by 0.004 of a second.
There you go, right there. Look at that. Boom. I mean, it can't be any closer, man. Wow, what a great run by Necula there to try to get there on that last little bit. And iRacing says that Josh Oswald with a nose. I show on my software here 0-0-0 is what I show. So couldn't be any closer.
Man, what a race. 100 laps for it to come down to that, and I'm all about it. That was excellent racing.
Yeah, Oswald pushed up there, coming to that line, man, just almost gave it away and was able to hang on to it. I think he's just trying to make it exciting for the broadcast, I think, is what happened.
Well, he did a good job of it. I'm up here sweating already. Damn.
Yeah. Well, all right, well, let's get these interviews. Let's talk to these guys, see what they come up with. And we'll start with our third place finisher. Mr. Cofield, this is Eddie and Garrett in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a great race. Kind of up and down for you. Got out front early. Was able to kind of control the race. And, you know, I guess I should let you tell it, not me. So tell me about your race, how it went.
It was horrible. Spun the car out, trying to get around the 17 on the outside and just give it a little too much gas there, and looped around, hit the inside wall, but didn't hit it too bad, messed the car up, and had to pass a lot of cars there toward the end to get up there in third place.
Well, Jonathan, we saw you making some excellent moves to the field. You and Jesse and Griff was tagged on with y'all for a little bit. Y'all both there towards the end were just absolutely slicing and dicing the field for the last 20 laps to go. It was really something awesome to watch. How much tire fall off were you having to deal with? Was there a big disparity in time wise, or was it more just a feeling thing?
Just a feeling thing for me on that long green flag run there at the beginning. The car got real tight toward the end there.
We had noticed that you had stayed out for longer. Basically waited till Aaron Adcock pitted, and next lap by you came in and pit. But there was numerous cars that had ducked down before. And a lot of these tracks, as soon as somebody pits, in the top 7, top 10, that normally opens up the floodgates. So it was an interesting strategy, and I was glad to get to watch it, see how it played out. And congratulations on your third place finish tonight, man.
Thank you, sir. I can't wait to see the replay. It was real exciting.
Oh, man, it's great.
Well, Cofield, who you got to thank? Who's your you got any sponsors? Anybody want to shout out before we let you go?
Yes, sir. You guys for putting on the broadcast, Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, this awesome Lettridge brake pedal Arca League we run for. I had a lot of fun tonight.
All right, man. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Second place, Jesse Necula. Where is he at? Jesse, this is Eddie and Garrett in the booth. You got us? Uh-oh. Let me turn you up just a little bit. You got me, Jesse?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, sir. Well, man, congratulations. What a great race, man. We were watching you all night long as we saw you being aggressive, making the moves you needed to make. And there at the end, man, just the gates opened up, and you saw the start-finish line, and you saw Josh Oswald get out of the groove and almost be able to pull it off. Like I said, my software is showing 0.000. That is as close as it gets. So tell me about your race, Jesse, and what it was like there at the end.
Yeah, so pretty much all night just hanging out, trying to take care of my equipment, and then at the end just get after it. That was freaking awesome at the end though, to finish like that with Josh. still trying to get my first win in this league, but almost had it tonight at my home track too. So maybe next time.
Well, I'll make sure I go and have a discussion with Oswald and tell him that next time he's gonna get out of the groove, get all the way out of it. But Jesse, heck of a race, man. Something I noticed about you tonight that was just pretty freaking cool to watch. You weren't afraid to use the apron one bit at all. I saw you numerous times down there on the apron going through turns 1 and 2, that really flat portion, making it work. Looked like one time you kind of got hung up out there, but where does the comfort come from for this track? I'm not a Phoenix fan by any means, so any tips and pointers you can give me, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Man, I don't know. I've always liked this track. I think this track. I don't know about this new model, but Phoenix and the modifieds are just like a great combo. But I don't know. I just something about this track I really enjoy.
Well, man, you flat wheeled it out there tonight. Couldn't ask for a better finish. Man, right there, neck and neck coming across. He might have had you by the very end of his right front bumper, but that's about it. So, man, thanks for making it entertaining for us to broadcast up here.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for what you do.
You got any other shout out you want to give? Anything?
No, just the rest of the admins. Kai for all the stuff he does around here. Lottridge brake pedals, flexible freight solutions, and just all the other little sponsors that help the league out. So
Well, all right. We appreciate you, bud.
thanks, guys.
Well, all right. Well, let's bring in our winner, Josh Oswald.
Do I have to talk to him?
No, I'll take care of it. I'll fumble through that too. Josh, this is Eddie and Garrett in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. I got you, boys. How are you?
Man, whoo. Well, you not as good as you are, man. You had a good strategy there, man, and man, you were in the best spot, and then you tried to give it away at the very last second. I said you were just doing it for the broadcast. So you tell us what was going on there.
I was just trying to hang on what 50 lap old tires,
Yeah.
or actually 60 lap old tires. If the race was any longer, there's no way. I had to make sure I got a great restart to give myself enough of a cushion to allow for my dump truck of an Arca car to have enough of a gap to still win that race. And it was enough by 4/1000ths, I guess.
Well, we were worried about it for the longest time, especially when that late race caution came out. You had checked out on the field by a good little bit. Cofield had worked his way up to second on those fresh tires, but he had a heck of a gap he had to make up. Whenever that caution came out, we said, man, last person in the world that wanted to see that was Josh Oswald. What was going through your head right then? Were you just focused in, locked in, ready to try and win this thing, or were you a little bit nervous?
Ice in the veins, man. Knew what I had to do. Knew I had to get a good start.
Oh, you were nervous. Don't lie to me right now.
Can't get rattled.
Can't get rattled. Well, man, it was a great finish. It was a classic Oswald finish. What can I say? It was excellent to watch, man. Good job.
I appreciate it. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I knew Jesse behind me. I knew Jesse'd race me clean. I didn't have anything to worry about there. So I knew we'd have a good fight to the finish, and that's exactly what it was. Super pumped about it.
Well, all right, man.
I often say I hate Phoenix, but I always run well here, so I always find myself in these races, and finally get one. I'll take it.
Yeah, you always hate the tracks till you win at them.
Yeah, I still hate Phoenix, but I keep racing at it.
Well, all right, man. Well, who you want to thank? Any sponsors?
I'd just like to thank everyone in Original Rebels Racing League for taking care of this. Brandon Wallace, I got to send some people the commissioner, I got to send some people some money for killing the 99 tonight.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah, we were laughing about it, saying that, these guys are running over the commissioner. They're running over the wrong guy.
Hey, kill the 99 knows no boundaries,
There it is.
Commissioner or not, I'll pay their fines. But, and you guys for taking care of the broadcast. Looking forward to going back and watching it. Big Frig Coolers, Magic Mike and the Hitman. Kinder knows what I'm talking about with the Big Frigs.
That's right.
And just like to thank my friends and family for cheering me on at home and watching the broadcasts.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on an exciting finish, great win, and I guess we'll be talking to you again.
Hopefully.
All right. See you, man.
See you, man.
Well, Garrett, I'm about to call it a night, man. I'm about to fall apart here.
You need to go take a nap. That's what you need.
I need a night's sleep. Well, tell you what, it was a great race. A lot of fun. Sorry about my issues. I'm glad to have Garrett pick up the pieces as we try to get it all in here tonight. But P&J Hard Luck Award. Let's see. I tell you what. I think there's a lot of hard luck tonight. I'm gonna go with.
Well, I've got 2 nominees. If you're not thinking of them,
Well, who you got?
I'm thinking it goes between Adam Lang and Alan Warnecki, your 2 guys that started
Oh
up front
yeah.
tonight and got tangled up in some pretty messed up stuff.
Yeah. I'm tracking you there. I think Adam Lang. I'm gonna give the hard luck because he started up front and just was never able to get back up there. So definitely gonna be your P&J Hard Luck Award winner. And the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award goes to Mickey Isaac and Charles Stevens. We'll give them both the award as they both made up 16 spots. So congratulations to them. Best paint. I like that Cofield paint. So I'm gonna give him the best.
It was nice. It was clean and simple. I liked it a lot.
Yep. Got to play to the judge, and that's like I even like Necula scheme. It was just black and neon green.
Those numbers pop too, man.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. So. Well, all right. Well, fun race as always. We're gonna have a good time next week. As we'll see if we're just scheduled. Pull this up and we'll look see Atlanta next week, which that'll be great. Sort of a swan song for Atlanta, as that'll be probably the last time we get to race that amazing track, as they've cut it down and turned it into an abomination. So, but we'll take these cars out there as long as we can and tear up some asphalt. So next week be at Atlanta, then we hit Charlotte and then Bristol Dirt. Praise God, we're gonna need some help on that one. So gonna be a nice little stretch of races. The guys have really put on a great show in this series, and we'll go ahead and pull up the points, see if anything's changed since we've been talking. And yep, Brandon Wallace takes over the top spot. So even though he got kind of bounced around there, he finished fourth, which was a great run. Yeah, really great run. Finished fourth, so he has taken over the point standing. So congratulations to him. Let's go over the results, see where everybody finished, if it will show it. And there it is. We know about the top 3, and we just talked about Brandon Wallace. Aaron Adcock able to come back and finish in the top 5. Mickey Isaac kind of running around there all day, all night at least. Finishing 6th. Charles Stevens Jr. Finishing 7th. 8th was William Griffith. Adam Lang finishes 9th. Brandon Pollock finishes 10th. Jason Lottridge finishes 11th. 12th, Alan Warnecki. 13th, Spencer Gay. 14th, Eric Burkhalter. 15th, Charlie Gates Jr. 16th, Chuck Pegleg Phelps. 17th, Stephen McDonald. 18th, Tyler Rice. 19th, Charlie Elmore. 20th, Jacob Ellingson. 21st, Dave Jones. 22nd, Stephen Gibson. 23rd, Todd Schott. 24th, Phil Hitman Monzo. 25th, Gene Watkinson. 26th, Justin Miller. And Garrett Kinder finished 27. So
hey, there we go, top 27. Let's go.
Congratulations. Well,
Thank you.
Another good race in the Arca series. Thank you again, Garrett, for helping me out tonight. I definitely needed it, and we will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good night.
See you.